I'm waiting for it to rain. It's supposed to rain within the next half hour. And I want to test my new camera rig here, my new covered camera rig. There's a few drops coming out of this guy right now, but not enough really to do a test. But you can see I've got my rig tripod mounted, as I was able to get the fittings underneath here so the tripod head would properly fit under here. Okay, if you're paying attention, also the little fly wings or whatever, the hand twisty jobs that this thing comes with, have been replaced by regular screws, which I prefer, because all those twisty things, you can see, let's see, all of the screws had these little hand twisty things on it, so you can turn the nuts without a tool. But it's much cleaner if you replace those with these 5mm by 20mm long X-head screws. And by the way, I replaced 80 of these screws on this rig if you look around it. So one of the questions I was asked, does the brim of my hat interfere with this cover when I'm using it? So, and I said, well, I'd have to video myself and check, but as you can see, okay, the brim of the hat basically goes above the cover, and it actually forms like a lip, more of a rainproof lip, which is good. Okay. I'd like to say I designed it that way, but it just worked out that way, which is good. While we're waiting for the rain, I just put a rain or a water repellent on my windshield here yesterday. That video is to come and maybe attached to this video. And if it rains, we'll see how that new rain treatment works. Hi, we're testing the camera rain cover today. It's actually raining out. You can see I'm getting wet. The camera is staying dry. So it looks like a successful test to me. I don't know. So let's go play in the rain maybe? Also, while I'm out here yapping and waiting for the rain, you can see they did finish paving my street here. So it's all done. Okay. They did that last Thursday. They did it early in the morning while I was at work, so I didn't get any videos of the crew doing the work. Okay. When I got home, it was done and looked like this. So not much to show you or see. This is also a good opportunity to see the new rain repellent I put on the windshield here in action. Although it really works better when the car is moving. When a car is sitting, you tend to get a lot of beading like this. When the car is moving, I would say above 30 miles an hour or thereabouts, the windshield is absolutely free of water because it's all blowing off. So here we are waiting. You can see how my new rig actually works quite nicely on a tripod. Camera is still pretty easy to point and tilt under the cover. Of course, that is more up to a good tripod than the camera, but the whole system is working here well in the rain. I think they're even hearing me very well. I can see the volume meters here responding to my voice. So anybody looking at me in the neighborhood is probably wondering, what's this idiot doing standing out in the rain? Well, so far we're doing pretty good. We got a light rain. It may get heavier in a bit. But you can see the camera the camera and the lens are dry, even though we've got raindrops coming out of the sky. Again, normally on a rainy day like this, I wouldn't have these cameras out. Okay, but the whole point of making this cover was to protect it from some rain and wet weather. So it's still being tested, but so far it looks really good. The results look really promising. Okay, so I can hear, or I can see, we're picking up the sound of the rain now coming down. It'd be interesting to listen and seeing if we're getting some good rain sounds. Might be creating a new soundtrack here. So you can see how my hand fits on the right side of the hood here underneath, so I can operate the controls. You can see I can zoom in and out, and I can turn recording on off. Recording mode's on. So I'm back putting the camera on my 4Runner here. You can see it is raining. The windshield's doing pretty good. As I said, if the vehicle was moving, all that rain would be blowing right off over the vehicle into the back window. Watch me playing in the rain. So while we're waiting for any significant rain, it gives me the opportunity to go over a couple of the features here. This is the pan, and if I loosen this up like that, you can see how easy it is to swing this camera around. It's pretty well balanced. So you can see this. It's doing a pretty good job. And that is a really smooth pan. So just a note here, my camera's got a little front porch or a deck out here, and it looks like the rain is hitting that and splashing up. The cover itself is working fine. So just a note to self, I put a little rag here out on the front porch or the deck of this assembly, and the splash back up from the rain hitting here is much less to non-existent when I've got a nice soft cloth or a rag out front here. Hopefully you can see me just fine and hear me okay. I don't know about the audio, but we're out here to do a test. It is raining, and I've been waiting for this moment to test this whole rig. So I'm back at home base here with my vehicle. It's raining out, and I've got the camera rolling. Shooting video in the rain is the whole point of this exercise. And we're going to get visited by a garbage truck, it looks like. Take an action shot. Nothing like filming a garbage truck in the middle of a rainstorm. There you go, the garbage truck action sequence. Of course, I like the tripod because it works well on uneven ground. This ground here is anything but flattened flatland. It's pretty bumpy and curvy. Yep, I know. We get kidded about calling this flatland, but this ground has its bumps and curves, and I like the tripod because it handles that very well. There you go, filming flowers in the rain. Of course, what you can't see is I'm a considerable distance away from those flowers. There you go, you can see how far I was zoomed in. Okay, now if you look underneath or down at the bottom edge of the screen, you can see the cloth I've got hanging out there on the front porch to prevent splash backups up onto the lens. That really seems like it's working. So what do you think? Videoing in the rain, a success, huh? Looks like it to me anyway. Rain seems like it might be slowing down. Unfortunately, we don't have a good thunderstorm. We just get this rain. And I think we'll have to call this a successful camera cover a rain test, because my camera's covered and shielded from the rain, and I'm standing out here videoing. The test is a success.